Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Welcome everybody, let's take a look at the Forex market. Well guys, until our major currencies that we usually take a look on stands flat and do not show any significant changes, I think that we could take a look, the brief look at the New Zealand dollar, since we the last time when we have taken a look at it, it was approximately in the beginning of the June. Well, in general, from the technical perspective, the New Zealand dollar shows the bullish sentiment. We have spoken about it even in the previous year when we have discussed the all-time ABCD pattern on the monthly chart, and we said that market has the solid gravitation right to it, and in the nearest future it should continue to move high, and New Zealand dollar stands on this way. But since this is the daily update, I will speak only on subjects that have the relation right to the current week and the current situation that probably could give us some setup for trading. Particularly speaking, today we will start from the weekly chart just to make some brief insight to understand what is really going on the daily chart. On the weekly chart, we have this large ABCD pattern that haven't been completed yet, that has the target approximately at 89 even area. Since market has passed through the 618 minor extension by this moment, the next target that it should hit stands at the 100% extension. So market has the great tendency in to complete the extensions, to complete the ABCD patterns before changing any direction. So usually when the market even has intention to turn to the downside and shows the reversal, usually it tries to complete first existing ABCD pattern, and only after that to show some reversal in opposite direction. And right now, as you can see, the market hasn't quite reached the ABCD target. At the same time, the 127 extension of this most recent retracement stands precisely in an area of 89 even point. So that's why that's just my assumption that probably market could form here some butterfly, because New Zealand dollar likes to show the butterflies. And currently, guys, to be honest, I think that the New Zealand dollar stands among the most interesting currency pairs on the forex market. And also, guys, just to let you know that probably I will not be surprised in the nearest future the major currency that we will discuss will become the Canadian dollar, mostly due to the turmoil in Iraq. So if you take a look at the technical picture of the crude oil, you know that the Canadian dollar is in effect the crude oil currency. And finally, after the long term of the flat action inside of the big triangle on the monthly chart, crude oil turns to some action, and that could make the direct impact on the Canadian dollar, and Canadian dollar could become the most active currency in the nearest future. So I already start to think about it and start to monitor the situation on the high time frame charts on the Canadian dollar, and I think that it's really interesting. It's very interesting. It could provide really just a huge action in the nearest future. So I think that we will dedicate one of our weekly researches to the Canadian dollar in the nearest future, because it's really after a period of the sleeping, the Canadian dollar and the crude oil turns to the active performance, and I think that really could become the flagman of our analysis in the nearest future. I can't exclude this. At least the Canadian dollar could become one of the currency pairs that we will take a look very often. So now let's shift to the daily chart. So here we understand the context. Market has a completed target, and if even market turn to the downside, the odds suggest that it should hit first the target and shows the reversal second. And here one of the patterns that could be formed is the butterfly cell that could become the finish, the cherry on the pie of this upward action. So it could become the reversal pattern that will trigger the retracement. That's really possible. Now let's shift to the daily chart. On the daily chart we see that market stands at the resistance. Currently we should understand and get the chances to get the patterns that could point that here we could get the retracement down, and in fact we need to see the appearing of the right shoulder, or maybe that will be the retracement of the 3 drive or something of that sort. But anyway, we need to see some retracement down by 2 reasons. The first reason is to give us the confidence that probably market really could form this pattern, and the second, to get the chance for possible entry on the long side of the market. The chart with the target around 89 sharp. So on the daily chart we see that market stands at some resistance. At least that's the monthly pivot resistance 1, and market just flirting around it, and maybe but unfortunately guys, we do not have any other add-ons to this resistance. We do not have any fib levels, we do not have any daily targets as the extensions of the ABCD patterns or something of that sort. Here we have only the monthly pivot resistance 1. But on the 4-hour time frame charts we have another levels that add some resistance to this area. Precisely speaking, that is ABC bottom, 1618 extension. Market has hit this target and you can see that it's flirting around it. Second, that is the weekly pivot resistance 1, stands right here as well. So market has tested it and still flirting here around. And finally, that's reaching of this resistance area is accompanied by appearing of the bearish wedge pattern that's now is still forming, and accompanied by strong bearish divergence with the MACD indicator. Although guys, to be honest, I prefer to get more solid resistance when I'm speaking about the possible retracement triggering and retracement starting. But guys, we have only what we really have. So currently we do not have any other levels except those that we have just discussed, and I hope that we will get the retracement to the downside. If this really will happen, the major level to watch for stands, just a minute, I will check where the monthly pivot point stands, 85.76. 85.76 right here. Here is also the monthly pivot point. So the level that we should watch for is probably the confluence support, and an area between the confluence support and monthly pivot point, because monthly pivot point is also the level that coincides with this some intermediate resistance. The market previously has tested these levels, then after that broken it and turned to the upside. So we could return right back down, 85.76, 86 area. Somewhere to this area we should be watching for if retracement will start. Also guys, if we will draw the MACD predictor, then probably we could also watch for stop grabber to the downside, bearish stop grabber right here. So market, if we tested it, that could become the starting point of the possible retracement, if it will happen at all, of course. If market will pass through this top and break this wedge to the upside, it will tell us that probably we will not get any butterflies here, and probably market just will turn to the upside and will continue move directly right to the target of this ABCD. So in this case we probably will not get our entry point. That's in fact our risk. So I will not call you to trade on the short side of the market because it stands beyond the scope of the daily update. But if you're a scalp trader and you will find reasons to take the short position, well, this you probably could do this, but control your risk and be sure that you based your trade on some precise pattern, some particular pattern. Well, the possible target of this retracement stands right here, but also guys, we will not be object against possible retracement even to the 618 support. 85.33 area. That's also possible because, as you know, the market forms the right wing of the butterfly. It usually shows retracement to 50%, where the monthly pivot stands, monthly pivot point stands, by the way, to the 618. That's most probable areas where the right wing should start. So let's see what will happen. That's the short-term setup on the New Zealand dollar. Maybe we will be able to trade it if market will give us this retracement that we would like to get.